Hey guys, welcome to my channel, my exjw life. Happy New Year, happy 2021 to everyone. Hope your New Year celebration was great. And yeah, it's been a crazy time already, but here we are. So this is my first video of the new year. Thank you guys so much for supporting the merch, the new shirt. It's been selling pretty well. So if you've bought one already, send me a picture to my Instagram, my exjw life, or even on my Facebook at my exjw life as well. And I'll post a picture on the Instagram and on Facebook. So also, if you haven't, I'll put a link to the merch store in the description box. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'm going to talk about part 2 of the part 1 I did last year about why I couldn't get baptized as a Jehovah's Witness. Now, that was in the first video, my first time trying to get baptized. This video is going to be about the second time I tried to get baptized and couldn't. I had a struggle trying to get baptized as a Jehovah's Witness, and it was not an easy one. But I think at the end of the day, it turned out for the best. Now, the first time was because my father wouldn't let me get baptized. He said I was too young and I didn't understand the commitment that I was making, so he wouldn't let me do it. And I thought that was great, even though now he's a Jehovah's Witness and he shuns me, which is completely ironic. Second time, it was not my father that stopped me, but someone else. Now, at this time, my parents were not Jehovah's Witnesses. My mom was still a baptized Jehovah's Witness, but she wasn't going to the Kingdom Hall anymore because she said what they teach don't make no sense. This is what she thought for a while, so she wasn't going anymore. I still wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness. So I would get one of the elders, great brother. His name was Colin Harris Sr. He's passed away now. He was an older brother. He would come pick me up, take me out in field service, take me to the meetings. He would let me take attendance. My first little job in the Kingdom Hall, I would take the attendance. And his son was an elder also, Colin Harris Jr. And he would see me taking attendance one day. He's like, "Oh, so you get to take the attendance?" And I said, "Yeah." He was like, "It's really a blessing, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's all right." That's literally what I said. I was kind of a little, renegade-ish. But at this point, I was really trying to do well and be a good Jehovah's Witness, right? So my ex-wife, who was at that time my girlfriend, because I was about 17, we had started dating when I was about 15, 16. So we had already been together for maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years at this point. So I told Brother Harris Sr. that I wanted to get baptized. And so he began going over the questions for baptism with me. So one day, I think it was my second meeting to go over the questions. We were in the little room. You guys know the little room, the little room when you go in, when you're in trouble. We were in the little room, but this, I wasn't in trouble. I was going over the questions for baptism. And so all of a sudden, his son, Colin Harris Jr., burst into the room, right? And it was myself, Colin Harris Sr., and another brother named James Cobbs. He was an elder as well. Now, these were two older OG Jehovah's Witnesses elders. They had been in the game for a long time, older brothers, but they knew me since birth. They were there when I was born, right? So Colin Harris Jr., this elder, burst in, like, he literally said, "This cannot continue. This cannot continue." Just like that, stopped the whole thing. His father looked up and was like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" So Colin Harris Jr. sits down and says, "We've been informed by another brother that Keith is dating his daughter and he doesn't like it." And so he starts asking me all these questions. He asked me, "Are you dating this woman?" And I said, "Yeah, well, it's my girlfriend." And he said, Are you gonna get married? And I said, one day we would like to get married, I guess. And he said, well, are you working? And I said, yeah, but we're not talking about getting married next Thursday. This is something that would be down the line. So I said, what? Why are you stopping this? What did he say? So he said, well, her father is saying that he doesn't. Her father was very abusive, a very abusive person, and so me being the opposite kind of him, it was, I guess it was a weird dynamic. So, me being very, very articulate, and he really, we didn't speak the same way. Uh, I was just very different from him. So he accused me of being, he talks funny. He's always, dressing funny, and he called it dressing funny because I always dressed up. At that time, you would barely catch me out of a suit unless I was playing ball. That was pretty much, I would either be in a suit or I would be in shorts, shoot ball. So I was always dressed up. I was always very intelligent and articulate. Being a choreographer and a dancer, I've always had really good posture. So I've always carried myself a little bit differently than most of the people around me. So he was like, he talks funny. He dresses funny. He wears these sunglasses. Like, I had some dope sunglasses, but they were just regular sunglasses. He wears these dope sunglasses. He accused me of being a homosexual, even though I'm dating his daughter, which made no sense. And so this is what the elder is telling the two other brothers that were in the meeting. And so Brother Cobbs, the other elder, stood up. Now, Brother Cobbs had known me since I was born. He stands up and said, now, wait a minute. He had a very distinct way of talking. Now, wait a minute. We've known Keith since he was a baby. He is an upstanding man. He's an upstanding brother. We don't even know this other brother. We can't have this man slandering Keith like that. We don't even know him. This is ridiculous. We can't have this man just saying whatever he wants against Keith. We've been knowing Keith since he was a baby. He is a good brother. We can't stand for this. I was sitting there and I thought, thank you, Brother Cobbs. Because I was feeling crushed in that joint. I really was. I couldn't believe these people that I was trying to prove myself to and become a part of were letting somebody that they didn't even know, and they literally knew me since I was born, and they were letting these people speak negatively against me like that. I was crushed. So Carlton Harris Jr. still said, well, they can't continue. He can't get baptized, and that's just it. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm crushed. And so I just got up. I said, okay. And I walked out. Now, I'm about to break down because, I'm literally trying to be a good Jehovah's Witness. My girlfriend was a baptized. She was baptized. I wasn't. So I was also wanting to get baptized so we could get married. Do the whole thing the right way. And so, I had to walk home because all the elders had to sit and discuss what had just happened. So the elder that brought me there couldn't take me back home. So I'm walking home and I'm already, I'm in tears. I'm sad. And so I get home and my mother, of course, is there, and she could tell that I was upset. And so she said, what's wrong with you? I said, I just kind of had a bad day. And she said, well, I don't want to hear about it, and walked away. So I was like, oh, okay, so this is National Fuck Keith Day. Okay, got you. This is a nationwide thing. It's nationwide Fuck Keith Day. Got it. So I remember just sitting there thinking, okay, these people don't want to hear it. She doesn't want to hear it. I couldn't really talk to my dad about it because, he wasn't even a part of the organization at all at that time. So I talked to my girlfriend about it. And so since they were accusing me of all this negative stuff and us being together wasn't something that could happen, I was like, well, if we're going to be in trouble for being together, we might as well start having sex now then, because we had never done anything. We had kissed and played around a little bit, but we had never had sex. And at that point I was thinking, okay, no holds barred, we might as well have sex now. And we started having sex probably a few days after that happened. And it was great. It was a great time. She was it was great. It was great. She was my first everything, so it was great. So that's that story. That is that story, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you have any weird situations with your baptism? Yes or no? If you did, let us know what happened. Again, thanks for supporting the merch. There'll be a link for the merch in the description. And thank you guys so much. If you haven't liked, please like the video, subscribe, and thank you again for your support. And I will see you all on the next one, all right? Peace.